Made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
The bell is tolled.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Some got man.
First down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
In your face.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and short yardage, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Let's go.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
To throw, Winston. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Winston looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Maher is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Under center, it will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 14 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, watch the slant.
Following the interception, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 6 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, 7 yards there and a first down. Winston now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Jameis to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. Here's Harris. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A first down throw, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. John Brown, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Winston now to throw on first down. He finds Howard complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
We got this.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing again is Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Darnold to throw again. A screen to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop.
And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st down, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, Foxtrot!
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Darnold on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down.
Here we go.
So a very tight first half, and we will skip the highlight. Show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This one caught by Crowder. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Now Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Bell first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Stay with your man.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try and run it in with Bell, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
That's caught by Howard. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership, but a good distributor. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. From the 41, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Now Winston. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Face mask. Defense.
Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
45, Mike, 45.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, Charlie.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
So out come the Bucs now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Winston now finding Godwin, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Darnold from the gun. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
45, Mike, 47.
Darnold to throw again. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On first and 10, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again is Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On first down, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On first and 10, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He completes it to Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down. Back to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. That's caught by Howard.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Yeah, let's go, Sam.
Winston to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down in